What's up, guys? Today we're going to go over the top 5 attack moves for youth players. We're going to have a mixture of off the catch, out of triple threat, and off the dribble. These are all easy, simple, and efficient moves that youth players can get used to doing. That's going to help them get downhill for either a finish or a drive and kick. All right, so the first one is just going to be a side jab. So this is different than a front jab. This jab step's going to be off to the side. And the reason we do this is when we're under pressure, especially youth players, because youth players struggle with ball pressure. So if I have somebody right in front of me, I do not have enough space to front jab. I'm going to have to shift them laterally so I can take this step to go across. So with any good side jab, it's not just the foot that's moving, it's this opposite shoulder and this ball shifting to the other side of my body. I don't want to get too far with that ball, almost the inside of my opposite knee, so I can rip right through quickly. So what you can do to help kids learn some of this stuff is you can break it down from the free throw line. You can give them a specific finish. Right now, we'll go any finish you want, and all we're going to do is get a couple of side jab finishes from the free throw line, and then we can back them up to the perimeter. The second attack move is going to come off the catch. We're going to work on something called a split catch. Okay, so basically what a split catch is getting my feet ready when the ball's coming to rip through. So instead of catching flat-footed, then ripping, I will already be in that split so I can bring this backside foot through. This is really good on defensive closeout, so if the ball is being swung to me and I can feel that closeout coming in the corner of my eye, instead of catching flat-footed so they could close out, I can catch early and rip and go by just a little bit faster. All right, that third attack move is going to come off the dribble, and we're going to go into our drop stance and work on shifting and crossing over. So instead of being flat-footed and just pushing, I want to be able to shift outside my frame and to be able to cross and attack. So working on creating that shift. We call this a drop cross. Okay? So basically what I want to do is have a live dribble, and I want my opposite foot, so non-ball side foot, to go back and hit first. Ball side foot's going to go wide and in front, and that's going to create a shift. Out of that shift, I'm going to push back and cross over. So my fourth attack option, we're going to use that same crossover, but instead of getting to our pocket and drop, we're actually going to use an in and out dribble, then we'll step and shift and cross. So we're going to go a quick in and out to a crossover. Now this might seem a little complicated, but if kids can understand how to just go in and out and shift this first foot, then the second foot, they'll be able to get it. Really, it's only 2 steps. First, second, cross. So for the fifth and final attack move for youth players, we're going to work on a cross jab. So basically all we're going to do is give this ball to this hand, and at the same time, we're going to jab that opposite foot to where that ball was. So I'm going to switch hands, jab, and go. This is different than a shift and cross. Right now, all I'm doing is switching hands, then jabbing. So less of a crossover, more of a switch to a jab. This is a great downhill move, especially in transition, or coming off a pick and roll with a big backpedaling. I see this at the pro level, the high school level, college level, even the youth level. This is a great one for youth players. So those are 5 attack moves for youth players. The first couple are pretty simple. Those last 2 are a little bit more complicated, but if you spend enough time on them, you'll be able to get it. Now remember, with those attack moves comes very specific footwork. So we're not just crossing over. There's a back, front, and a shift with a cross, right? Same thing with the split catch, same thing with the side jab, all those. There's specific footwork that goes into it. So make sure you pay attention to those small details and make sure your feet are moving in the right spot. Add those to your game.